guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing live swatches and a makeup tutorial of the Honey palette. I don't know what, I felt like I was just selling you guys like fried chicken or something. The Honey chicken. That actually sounds delicious. Could you imagine? Oh my god. Oh, chicken and waffles, so good. So this palette is already for sale on the Colourpop website. I will link it down below for you guys. I do also have a 10% off affiliate code with Colourpop now, which thank you Colourpop. That is like such a huge honor. It is an affiliate code. I do make a small percentage of that 10%. My code is SHAE if you want to use it, but if you don't feel comfortable, that's totally cool. If you want to look for a different code, that's totally cool. No code pressure. But a special thank you to anyone who does ever use my codes, always. Now, can we just take a look at this palette? Look at all the yellowy goodness. I will say, Colourpop, yes, puts out a ton of makeup, and I know it annoys a lot of you. Trust me, some days I'm like, no, not another collection, because my face hurts from all of the live swatches we do. However, I will say, I think Colourpop does a really great job of listening to what a lot of us want. A lot of us wanted a blue palette. They came out with that. A lot of us wanted a yellow palette. They came out with that. So I do like how it seems that they listen to us and listen to their customers about what we would like to see more of. And hello, we got a full yellow palette here. I mean, it's just beautiful. So without further ado, you guys, let's get to the tutorial and then we will jump to the live swatches. So first for a base, I'm going to take my Sigma eyeshadow primer in the shade Ignite. These are basically like the MAC paint pots, but in a stick form. I much prefer them because they're in a stick form. They're not quite as messy. Now I want to jump into the shade Stinger. Oh, it's yellow. I don't know why I was expecting it to be anything but yellow, but I was shocked at how yellow it was. I don't know why. With my Sigma E40 brush, I'm just going to blend this through the crease, kind of setting up our transition tone. Wow, that is just a brighter yellow than I thought it was in the pan. In the pan, I thought it was like slightly more mustardy. Not deep or anything, but just not so yellow. But I'm digging it. From here, I want to jump into the shade Totally Buggin'. This one looks to be a little more warm. Sticking with my same E40 Sigma brush. And I'm gonna hope that this gives me, yeah, a little more of that mustardy kind of tone I was looking for, or something a little warmer, a little deeper. Ooh, pretty. I'm feeling like a little dandelion. And just blend that through the crease. This definitely adds a little dimension, not a lot. And now I want to take a little bit of Buzzkill to get that dimension I'm really looking for. This looks like an interesting color. I can't wait to live swatch this one. I love it because it's almost a little murky, a little dingy, because it looks like to be kind of like a burnt mustard. You know what I'm saying? They could have easily just put in any medium tone brown in this palette and it would have done fine, but I like that this one looks a little more yellow based. You know, I don't know. It doesn't look like a brown that we all have 1,000 times in all of our palettes. You know what I mean? There's something about it that is just really interesting. To me anyway. And just focusing that in that crease. This does look to be the deepest shade in this palette, which will be a little bit difficult for me. And I'm curious to see this palette used on deeper skin tones as well. It's always hard for me to just stop with like a medium toned crease. I'm just someone who always wants to make it like darker, darker, darker. I don't know why, I just am. As much as I love this color, and I do because it's really unique, there's something about it in the crease that is just not working. Do you see where it's forming that sharp edge, that sharp outline? And then on the inside, it's not even that it's disappearing, it's just like blending lightly. It's very strange. You guys let me know if you've watched any other tutorials or reviews of this collection where you saw this band happening. You know we've seen this in the past with other palettes. Almost positive it's not me and it is the palette, which is a shame because this shadow is gorgeous. See, now when I try to tap that Buzzkill shade on top of that like hole to try and fill it in, it just like, it gets even lighter. It feels like, I don't know why that's happening. And I don't know why this band is here. And I just, for the life of me, cannot buff it out. So that's really a Buzzkill. It's not that bad on this eye. It happened more on this eye. And I don't know why. It's actually driving me really nuts. Now, if we had another deeper shade in this palette to kind of pop in there, I think we could fix it. And I might just go ahead and try that if you guys don't mind. It'll bug me all night if I don't try to fix this. I'm gonna take, I haven't even used this yet, so let's hope it works. This is the Kylie Jenner and Coco Cosmetics, no. This is the Kylie Jenner and Coco palette that just came out. I purchased it, I bought the bundle, and it just came today. I'm gonna take a little bit of this deeper, I don't even know what it is because I haven't used it yet, maybe like an espresso-y shade. This is a gorgeous palette, by the way. I bought it on a whim, and I was kind of like, and I'm really happy that I bought it because in person, it looks gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's just try to make marry that in that little hole and see if, oh yeah, I think that's literally just going to fix it right up. And for me, I kind of wondered if this would happen with this yellow palette, because yellow tends to be a light to medium shade. So when you're just using these light to medium shades all over the lid, blending on top of each other, I would imagine that there would be some type of weird transition between the colors. I don't know why. Just in my brain, you don't have a light, a medium, and a deep to complete a full look. You're using all light to medium tones. So to me, it would kind of make sense that somewhere along the lines, things might get a little funky unless you grab then a shade deeper color than your medium tone to work on these outer corners. Does that make sense, or am I just like rambling? Oh my god, I overlined my lips so bad today. I don't know what it is, but I wanted to do it and I did it. No regrets, right? I'm so weird. See, that just made it so much better in my opinion. It's just, I love the yellow palette so far. It's just missing a shade a little bit deeper like this one. I think it's just missing an actual deep brown. My other one qualm with the Honey palette is that there's no lighter shade for your brow bone, at least for my skin tone, so I'm going into this Cocoa palette again. This is actually the perfect little yellow tone. And I'm just going to pop that along the brow bone. I think if you just add in a nice chocolate brown, it takes care of that weird problem that we just had with Buzzkill, which is unfortunate because I love this color so much, but it's not enough by itself. So next I'm going to take my eyeshadow primer again, the same Ignite from Sigma, and I'm going to do a cut crease situation here. And I'm going to take the shade Queen Bee, beautiful little metallic color, and I'm going to pop that right on top of that base. I didn't even wet the brush or anything. This is just on top of a tacky base. So pretty, this color. Ooh. Actually, I'm gonna switch to my finger so you can get that bam, that like impact. That is beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love that color so much. And then of course, you guys, I want to take the sparkly color right here. So every time I use these on my eyes, I get yelled at. I know that there's a warning, I believe on the Colourpop website. It might even be on the palette somewhere. Yep, right on the back of the palette, this color specifically says, not intended for use on the immediate eye area. So you guys, even though I'm doing it now, no, it is not intended for use on the immediate eye area. I will also say that I've been told by a specific brand that they have to say that no matter what. Technically, no glitter, even cosmetic grade glitter, is safe for the eye area. Glitter just isn't safe. It is what it is. It's the same reason why the old Urban, not that it was glitter, but those pigments, the Urban Decay, what was that crazy palette we loved back in the day? On that palette, it specifically said not intended for eye use. I mean, any type of glitter, any type of bright, colorful pigments, even pressed pigments, are not intended for the eye area. It's up to you whether or not you use them. Mostly about protecting the brand so that you can't sue them should you cut your eye. That warning will always be there, and you definitely should not use it near the eye, but you can be an idiot like me and you can choose to use it on your eye. I'm also going to take the shade Sunburst. This one looks cool because it almost looks like there's a little green in there or something, but I want to take that on the inner corner. Oh, how fun is that? Yeah, it looks to have like a little limey green in there, like a greeny color shift to it. Look how much better that little chocolatey brown made this eye. I mean, it's just the one thing lacking from this palette. And I understand, you know, there's only 9 colors. They probably couldn't fit it. And the yellows took priority in this. And we all have a chocolatey brown in a jillion palettes at home probably. So I can live with it not being in this palette and just, you know, grabbing one when I need it. I'm going to take the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Dirty Talk, which is a beautiful gold. I thought that might be a nice change of pace on the waterline. So let's do a little tight lining with this. That's a beautiful gold. And then on the lower lash line, let's smudge in Buzzkill, because even though this shadow gave me such a hard time in the crease, I'm just obsessed with the color. I really am. All right, you guys, so the eyes are all done. I love them. I think they're gorgeous, but we did cheat. Let's be honest. I did also use the Cocoa by Kylie Cosmetics palette to fix that weird transition color problem we were having in the middle where it was starting to create that band. We've seen that from other palettes before. It's actually been rather common over the past year. I'm not quite sure why. However, it's happened and now I know how to get out of it. You just add a darker color. So that'll be up to you guys whether or not that would keep you from purchasing this palette. We're of course going to do the live swatches next and then I will form more of an opinion. I kind of like to do that before I say yay or nay. So far with this look, I'll say I really do love it. Even though we had to use another palette, that's really not a problem for me because I have a jillion on hand. But if you were looking for a yellow palette that has everything you need and you can just create beautiful dimensional looks with. I wouldn't say this is it if you're looking for just one, but let's be honest, how many yellow palettes are there in the world? Not that many. So for me, it's not a big deal to reach into another palette and use another shadow to get the look to work. I really like this look though. Overall, I really, really love it, and I'm excited to now see these all swatched individually. So let me go ahead and remove this, which I'm so sad about because this is so beautiful and I've only been able to wear it for like 20 minutes. So now we're gonna get into the live swatches of the Honey palette. We're first gonna start with the shade Stinger. Stinger makes me think of the Real Housewives of New York City, which I watch all the Housewives, but New York is definitely my favorite, even over New Jersey, which is hard to say because obviously I'm a Jersey queen. Real Housewives of New York City, minus the alcohol addiction, really reminds me of like my own friend group. Like if you guys are a fan of the Housewives, let me know like which city reminds you the most of your friends. Just like how much they fight. And the funny personalities. Anyway, but the Ramona Singer Stinger, that's what the shade makes me think of. So this is just a pretty little yellow, Avi. I like how light it is, and it's just a happy yellow, you know? Perfect for summer and for spring, and just adding a little bit of happiness to your eye look. So there is the shade Stinger. Next, we're gonna swatch the shade Sunburst. This is the one we had on our inner corner in the tutorial portion, and it definitely looked yellow, but it also had like a little pinch of green in there, at least when used wet. So I'm first gonna run this through dry brush, dry lid, no tackiness, just to see how it looks on its own. And as we could have imagined, I think it looks rather lackluster without a wet brush. Let's go ahead and dampen the brush with some primer water. Oh, that really kicks it up a notch. It's definitely a more unique shade, which I really like. Oh my gosh, I love this one wet. It just makes it so beautiful. It's like really metallic. It has a really high shine, and I love that little touch of green in it. I think it is super cute. So there is the shade Sunburst. The next shade we were swatching, we actually haven't tried yet. This is Sweet Spot. I really wish, I mean, it makes sense why they didn't, but have you guys seen the movie The Interview? There's like a part in the movie where the phrase honey dickin' comes up. I'm sorry, this is so inappropriate, but I kind of really wish honey dickin' would have been I wish it would have been one of the shade names. This is a beautiful yellow. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a neon yellow. I'm mad I didn't use this in my tutorial. I'll just have to do another tutorial. Oh my goodness. It's just gorgeous on top of like zero primer. It's unbelievable. Super duper pigmented, super duper matte. But there is the shade Sweet Spot. I love how neon it is. It just screams happiness and it is gorgeous. The next shade we're live swatching is called Dandy. This one we also haven't tried yet, which I'm shocked I didn't use this one in my tutorial because this looks beautiful. Let's pop that on. Oh yes. Beautiful warm yellow. I don't even know how to describe this color. It's just a super rich yellow without being orange, you know what I mean? And that's it dry and it's still beautiful. Obviously we're going to wet the brush and that'll probably make it a little more metallic, but I love it just on its own too. But God, I can't stop staring at this yellow. This like really has me excited. I really like that color. Ooh, that certainly kicked it up a notch. Yeah, just enhanced that metallic effect, made it a little more bold, a little brighter. I love that. That is just, it looks just like silky smooth. It looks really, really pretty. Kind of more of a satin than a straight metallic, but it's gorgeous. So there is the shade Dandy. Next, we're gonna swatch the shade Palooza. Really no glitter, even cosmetic grade glitter is intended or recommended for eye use, you guys. I want you to bear that in mind. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Wait, have we seen Palooza before? Why does that sound familiar to me? I don't know. It's gorgeous. It has an overall yellow tone, and then when you shift, it has pops of like fiery, bright orange. It's beautiful. So there is Palooza. Next, we're gonna swatch Queen Bee, which we already used on the eyelid, and we know that we love. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's like a true honey color. I think that's what I love about it. Or it's somewhat close to like a honey yellow. There's just something, it reminds me of my headband actually, which my headband is from Urban Outfitters. They just have the cutest scrunchies and headbands like of all time. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. You guys know I love these types of metallics because when you turn, do you see that shading? Like it gives you an instant smoky eye with just being one eyeshadow, and this is just dry brush and all that. Let's dampen the brush though and see how it looks. Just makes it like liquid metallic and it makes it brighter. Oh my goodness. It's just like liquid metal. It is absolutely stunning. If you love your yellow shades, this is like a no-brainer. This shadow alone could sell me on the whole palette. I just think it is heavenly. So there is the shade Queen Bee. Last three shades. The next one is Totally Buggin'. Oh, super pretty. Kind of like a peachy yellow or like a macaroni. Welcome to That Girl SHAEXO's channel where we relate all colors to food. That is beautiful though. It's a gorgeous little transition color. I really, really, really like this shade. And I love that it's matte. I think they could easily made this a metallic shade, but I love that it's matte. Do you know what I mean? Next we have the shade Oh Behave. This looks like a really rich, yummy mustard yellow. Oh, mustard. I'm so going to make a sandwich after this video. Ooh, she's a beauty. Look at that. I love that it almost goes on deeper than like what it looks in the pan. Of course, if you put it on top of a white base, I think it would look exactly like it does in the pan. But I really love this color. Wow. How gorgeous is that? If you love your yellows, you guys, I'm telling you, this palette is fun. So there is the shade Oh Behave. And last but not least in the palette, you guys, we have the shade Buzzkill, which we already knew gave me a problem, which was unfortunate because I really loved the tone. It's like a truly yellow-based brown, which is just really, really cool. It is so pretty though. Let me take a blending brush. Except now I'm not noticing a band altogether. That's strange. I wonder if it's simply because of the yellow shade that we mixed it with. That's really weird. I don't notice a like band at all anymore. Do you guys? Now I'm like actually totally bugging. I love this color. I don't know why it's not giving us any problems now. That's really, really strange, but it's also why I love these live swatching videos because we kind of learn as we go. So there's the shade Buzzkill. I really like it. So that is it for the Honey palette, you guys. So let me know your thoughts. Are you gonna pick this up or have you already? I would love to hear your opinions on that. There are also two pigments in this collection. We have Fool for You and The Lion. I'm really excited for The Lion. I know you guys know who she is, Katrina, but she goes by Treens on social media. Her swatches are always the most beautiful swatches in the world, and The Lion looked so gorgeous. So here is Fool for You. I'm just gonna lay down a tacky base. I'm actually just gonna take some concealer for this one because I'm not sure if it's fully metallic or is it kind of matte with glitter in it? I'm not sure. So I think the best way to go about this, and you know, best way to use any pigment, is with a tackier base. And I'm gonna dip a little concealer brush with this. This is the F70 brush from Sigma. Get it all up on that brush. And then just press it straight onto the lid. I think this is somewhat a matte formula with sparkle in it, so I really don't want to wet the brush and use this that way. I love how yellow this one is. It's the finish that I don't love. I wish it was a straight shimmer and not semi-matte with shimmer in it. You know what I mean? I feel like it would look so cool if you could get just like a pure frosted effect, but you really don't get that effect from this pigment. So there is the shade Fool for You. And now we're going to do The Lion. I'm going to first apply it with a dry brush on top of my tacky concealer base. Oh my gosh, this one looks like it's like glimmering gold. It looks so beautiful. It's making me happy. The Lion. Was this from Kathleen's collection? You guys, there's so many ColourPop collections. I can't ever like keep it straight if they throw a repeat pigment in. But I feel like this was from Kathleen's collection. Am I crazy? It's beautiful with a dry brush, but I know it's gonna get even better with a wet brush, so let's wet it up. Oh my goodness gracious. It's just amazing how a wet brush can change everything. This is like straight up wet metallic gold goodness. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. I have it all over my face. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It is midnight now. There is The Lion in all of its glory, and boy, is it glorious. I would love to just pop a little, you know what, let's do it right now. Just pop a little in the middle of this color here. It's just magical. It's just magical. I love The Lion. The Lion is beautiful. Even if it is a repeat, I'm glad they threw it in here because it just needs to be admired in all of its glory. So there is The Lion, you guys. They also have the Here We Go Again face bundle from Fourth Ray Beauty. And there is a turmeric face milk in here, which I've been hearing nonstop with great things about turmeric lately. So that is this. Turmeric's supposed to be really great for acne, I believe, and for like discoloration, for like unevenness. At least that's what I read on another turmeric product. Oh no, this is the turmeric. This is the turmeric. I'm gonna try this tonight. Then we have a Glow Up face oil. What is in the face oil? I don't see, it doesn't say on my little info card here what is in the Glow Up face oil, so I'm interested into looking that up. And then we also have, I believe, a new Lippy Scrub, and this is called Squeeze of the Day. I hope it's lemon scented. It just tastes sweet. I don't taste, yes, I licked it. I don't taste anything lemony, but I do love their lip scrubs. They're kind of like sugar scrubs. But yeah, you guys, that is it for today's live swatches. Let me know what you think of this collection. In the wise words of Rich Lux, a girl cannot get a day off to save her life. Colourpop keeps me busy over here, but I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let me know your thoughts on this collection. Again, if you want to use my affiliate code, it is SHAE, S-H-A-E, and that'll get you 10% off certain items from Colourpop's website. It does exclude certain things like bundles and special collections and things like that. So if you want to check that out, I will have that link down below for you guys as well. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!